All right, y'all. We are back with another video. Who all thought that I was done exposing Hollywood? Let me take that back. Exposing Hollyweird. Look, y'all. I'm still on the train. We still gonna expose all these people in Hollywood that is really Hollyweird. Like, we know how Hollywood and treated a lot of people, trying to force them to do stuff they don't want to do. And I'm glad that, like, people like Mel Gibson. Who else we got? We got a whole lot of them. I mean, everybody's starting to come out. I even got another one coming about Macaulay Culkin. He came out. Jim Carrey. Denzel Washington. Like, it's a whole lot of big-time actors that are coming out and exposing them for being Hollyweird. Even Ice Cube. So, like I said, we're gonna check this one right here out. This is another one, and then we got Sylvester Stallone, and I absolutely love Sylvester Stallone. I mean, like, his movies are just unbelievable. Love his boxing movies, love Rambo and all that. And this one is called Hollywood Goes Crazy, after Sylvester Stallone reveals how they effed him. So we're going to check this right here out. Make sure y'all hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Shout out to everybody that's been showing so much support. Everybody that's been leaving positive comments in the comments section. I also want to thank everybody who clicked on this video for the very first time. I appreciate you as well. Without further ado, let's dive straight into this and let's see what Sylvester Stallone got to say about Hollywood being Hollyweird. Let's go.
Do you kind of like make peace at a certain point?
No,
or
you can't make peace. I mean, let's be realistic here.
I'll never have a voice like that again, where I can just speak whatever I feel in my heart.
You can't make peace when someone has been so nefarious, in my opinion, so like horrible.
Increasingly large sums of money to go away, didn't they?
You're right, it went up to about $265,000.
Not to appear in the film.
You're right, to stay away, to get off my lawn, boy.
Hollywood elites are supposedly losing their minds over the fact that Sylvester Stallone has revealed how Hollywood messed him up and took away his voice. With more and more celebrities speaking up on how Hollywood and its elites gatekeep them, a video of Stallone explaining how Hollywood messed up his career and finances by not only taking from him his rights but also trying to silence him for speaking up about it has been going around on social media, and fans are not happy about it. Michael B. Jordan's Creed 3 has been playing in the theaters for a while now, which means a lot of moviegoers have found themselves asking the same question. Where is Sylvester Stallone's Rocky Balboa? Stallone starred opposite Jordan in Creed and Creed 2, even earning an Oscar nomination for supporting actor thanks to his role in the 2015 first installment, but weirdly, he is entirely absent from Creed 3. His character's name Rocky was name-dropped a couple of times in the script, but his actual whereabouts were never explained.
Every day, I truly miss that character so much. I tell you, sometimes I could just cry.
Stallone's absence in Creed 3 marked the first time in 9 films and 47 years that a movie in the Rocky film franchise did not feature Rocky Balboa, and the reason behind Stallone's departure from his character was because of 2 facts. One being that he wasn't the biggest fan of Creed 3's creative direction, and the other being his clash against longtime franchise producer Irwin Winkler. Creed 3 was scripted by Keenan Coogler and Zach Balan from a story they cooked up with original Creed director Ryan Coogler, and they ended up making it far darker than the original uplifting Rocky franchise. As Variety film critic Owen Gleiberman observed in his review, Creed the 3 is a sports drama that feels more like a Cape Fear-inspired thriller than a traditional Rocky movie. Stallion disagreed with the tone of the sequel and even told THR that it was a regretful situation because he knew what it could have been. He said, "It was taken in a direction that is quite different than I would have taken it. It's a different philosophy, Irwin Winkler's and Michael B. Jordan's. I wish them well, but I'm much more of a sentimentalist. I like my heroes getting beat up, but I just don't want them going into that dark space. I just feel people have enough darkness." Michael Jordan was also interested in crafting an Adonis Creed movie that was all about Adonis, since in the first Creed movie, the focus was more on the relationship between Adonis and Rocky, while Creed 2 pushed Adonis on his own path. For Jordan, it only made sense for Creed the 3 to show Adonis without the safeguard of Rocky, and that might also be part of the reason why Stallone wasn't in it. First of all, Sly and Rocky's DNA is through this entire franchise. Jordan told Hot 97 ahead of the third film's opening. You can't have these movies without that. That underdog spirit, I think, connects the underdog in all of us. I want Adonis to stand on his own 2 feet. Michael claimed that in order to make Adonis stand on his own feet, the film had to go into the past, back into Adonis's transformative years and how his childhood traumas shaped who he is today. He continued saying, I think the room for this story was really about Adonis Creed moving forward with his family. I still haven't
watched that movie
and
yet.
Having him move forward. That's kind of how we rolled out the story for this one. Stallone's clash with Winkler was an even bigger reason for his absence in Creed 3. And this reason is so big that it might mean Stallone never plays Rocky again. The two former partners have long feuded over rights to the Rocky franchise, which Winkler has owned since the Oscar-winning 1976 original. The feud started when Stallone naively sold Winkler the rights all those years ago when he was a struggling actor and clearly unaware of the franchise potential for the character, and Winkler was happy to snatch that opportunity away from him. Speaking to Sirius XM host Jessica Shaw, Stallone said it was a rough emotional ride, cutting ties with the Rocky franchise for Creed 3. The actor added he needed to do so because you can't make peace with someone who's been so nefarious, in my opinion. Stallone was referring to Winkler, of course. Over the years, Stallone has expressed his love for Rocky and how much the character gave him a chance to speak up when he needed to, and just the thought that he might never be able to play Rocky ever is really heartbreaking.
Yeah,
Stallone first opened up about his resentment over the Rocky rights in a 2019 interview with Variety, where he claimed that although he earned net points on the original movie, which cost just over $1 million to produce and grossed $225 million globally, and received first dollar gross on the early sequels, Stallone does not maintain the rights to the characters. Stallone had crafted the Rocky character by himself, albeit getting bits of help from others from time to time, but overall this was a character he created, and he should have had the rights over his character without having an elite swoop in and con him out of what was definitely his creation. I have zero ownership of Rocky, Stallone told Variety at the time.
Look at this. So he don't even have ownership of a name that he made possible. See, that's the thing about Hollywood. Like, once they done made so much money off of you, they just try to just get out on you. I don't know why this is constantly happening. Now, as of today, like, is Hollywood is still doing this currently? Please let me know down below in the comment section. Because think about it. You got a lot of big actors now that came out, that's speaking out on this stuff. Like, you know, in Hollywood, a.k.a. Hollyweird, is taking all of their money. They get the actors a little bit, but they getting the majority of the money. That man said he don't even own his name. When you think of Rocky, that's the first thing come to mind is Sylvester Stallone. When you come to the movie Creed, you think of Sylvester Stallone. Like, come on.
Himself, albeit getting bits of help from others from time to time, but overall this was a character he created, and he should have had the rights over his character without having an elite swoop in and con him out of what was definitely his creation.
Exactly.
I have zero ownership of Rocky, Stallone told Variety at the time. Every word, every syllable, every grammatical error was all my fault. It was shocking that it never came to be, but I was told, hey, you got paid, so what are you complaining about? I was furious.
Sufficiently large sums of money to go away, didn't they?
You're right, it went up to about $265,000.
Not to appear in the film.
You're right, to stay away, to get off my lawn, boy.
The clash.
$265,000 to stay away. Get off my lawn. But, oh, man. This make me never want to go Hollywood. If I ever become famous one day, forget Hollywood. Oh, no. Ain't no way in the world.
Between Stallone and Winkler over Rocky rights was reignited in 2022 when Stallone published an Instagram post featuring a portrait of Winkler as a knife-tongue serpent. A very flattering portrait of the great Rocky Creed producer Irwin Winkler from one of the country's greatest. Stallone wrote in the caption, after Irwin controlling Rocky for over 47 years and now Creed, I really would like to have at least a little of what's left of my rights back before passing it on to only your children. I believe that would be a fair gesture from this 93-year-old gentleman. Stallone was never interested in the money or fame of Rocky. All he had ever wanted was to be able to leave that legacy with his family when left, and having the money from those rights would just be a bonus gift to his family. A few weeks after Stallion posted on Instagram about Winkler MGM announced it was developing a new Rocky spin-off movie centered on the Drago family, and Dolph Lundgren starred as Rocky.
I wonder why, like, when Rocky do these movies, like, this man is a icon. This man is a legend. Why can't he have control of what's going on or what's going to happen in the movie? Because he's been doing these movies and stuff like this for so long, especially this franchise, that this man should be able to be the one that comes in and say, hey, I think we should do it this way. I feel like we should do it this way. Like, he should have the right to do that. Like, his name itself, Rocky, is fine. You can walk up to almost anybody and say, do you know who Rocky Balboa is? Oh, yeah, that's Sylvester Stallone. You can ask almost anybody that. Like, I'm telling you, man, Hollywood, boy.
Rocky's Russian rival Ivan Drago in Rocky IV, while Florian Munteanu debuted as Ivan's son in Creed II. Stallone spoke out publicly against the spin-off and said he was never told about its development, despite the fact that he was the original Rocky, and he had built this character from the ground up. But now, since he didn't have the rights, no one had bothered to tell him about the spin-off.
That's crazy.
Another heartbreaker, just found this out. Once again, this pathetic 94-year-old producer and his useless vulture children, Charles and David, are once again picking clean the bones of another wonderful character I created without even telling me, Stallone wrote on Instagram. I apologize to the fans. I never wanted Rocky characters to be exploited by these parasites.
Man.
He also added, by the way, I have nothing but respect for Dolph, but I wish he had told me what was going on behind my back. Keep your real friends close.
Boy.
Lundgren then got involved by telling
It's all
Rocky
about
fans to
money.
relax after
All about
Stallone
money.
called out the spinoff. Lundgren wrote, just to set the record straight regarding a possible Drago spinoff. There's no approved script, no deals in place, no director, and I was personally under the impression that my friend Sly Stallone was involved as a producer or even as an actor. Obviously, since Stallone has been talking a lot about what happened, most Hollywood stars know of it. So why didn't no one stand up for him, and why did some even try to silence him whenever he spoke up? Stallone and Lundgren have since squashed their beef, but that's not the case when it comes to Stallone and Winkler. As long as the producer maintains the rights to the franchise, it doesn't seem like moviegoers will ever see Stallone's Rocky back on the big screen. A fan on Twitter said, in reality, Hollywood is about control and psychological warfare, not entertainment. Another said, Hollywood actors are the latest group of creatives to turn against AI. They fear that film studios could take control of their likeness and have them star in films without ever being on set, perhaps taking on roles they would rather avoid. So what's your take on Hollywood's obsession with controlling and taking from their artists? And do you guys think it's ever going to change?
Nope.
Tell us in the comment section. Remember this.
Nope, it ain't gonna never change. I'm gonna tell you that now. Because Hollywood is all about getting money. That's the only thing they worried about. This man that built this character from the ground up, and you telling me he ain't got the rights to get his money, get all his money, have say-so in like all the movies that's being made that he's a part of? Like, come on, man. That's why I said you just can't trust Hollywood, bro. Like, he said they even were trying to do stuff behind his back, didn't even let him know, didn't even tell him. And that's why I say I love when actors come out and speak out and let the fans know what's really going on. So that's what I can respect, man. Y'all get in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think about this. I appreciate all of you that watched. And like I said, make sure you hit that like button. And I'll catch y'all in the next one.